Welcome back to the third part of the Vienna Gambit. After e4, e5, knight c3. So the last time we were looking at the position when black is answering the same way after knight c6. However, as we know, according to the opening principle, so both sides have to fight for the center control, and especially in the position after e4, black's main target usually is the white's center pawn e4. That's why the most logical reaction in case of knight c3 would be knight f6, and this move even today considered as the strongest response of white's knight c3 idea. So if white now continues the normal way like knight f3, we go into the three knights opening line, and let's say in this case black could answer knight c6, so leading to the four knights opening, which is quite solid. However, if white is really going for fight, that of course f2, f4 is the most aggressive continuation, which leads to the Vienna Gambit. So this f4 move was just quite popular even in the last century, and of course many games were played even on the 19th century by Steinitz, by Lasker, by Mikhail Chigorin. And I would like just to show you a few examples from this quite interesting battle. So first game which I would like to start with is Steinitz against Lasker. So after e4, e5, knight c3, knight f6, f4, d5. So this d5 move is the most aggressive and the best response in case of f4. So now if white is capturing f takes e4, f takes e5, then black of course knight takes e4, which leads to the main position, which we will analyze later on. However, here in this position Steinitz found quite interesting continuation. He played here d3 first. So what is the main point? The main point is that after d takes e4, white has moved f takes e5, attacking the knight on f6, and in case of knight d5, white simply could capture the pawn, so keeping material advantage after knight takes e4. However, we could feel here some lack of logic, that when white is playing f4, black is answered in the center d5, and now somehow white plays once again d3. So it looks a bit strange, and it's not a big surprise that black has two strong alternatives to this plan. So one of this is just to develop the knight after knight c6. So this we follow the game between Steinitz and Lasker, and other alternative, it's also quite good, could be played e takes f4. In that way Levitsky won against Mikhail Chigorin in simultaneous exhibition in Moscow in 1899. However, start with Steinitz against Lasker. So after f takes e5, knight takes e5, d4, knight g6. Maybe the last try for white to play for some advantage is the move e4, e5, because after the move which was chosen by Steinitz, e takes d5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, and queen takes d5, knight f3, and bishop g4. So everything was just quite well for black. So all black pieces are coming very